Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney here with Gidget. Hold on, she's gonna be very angry. Oh, no, don't go anywhere. You haven't said hi for a while. You haven't said hi. Okay, Gidget is here with me today. Maybe for just a minute. I think I just made her angry by waking her up. Okay guys, here with a very exciting video because oh, there she goes. I am here with the, well, long-awaited, I guess for some of us, release of a new Love Notions pattern. It's the Arlington, and it is their, Tammy and Tessa have both been, who run Love Notions, the owners of Love Notions, have been teasing this pattern, oh gosh, I don't know, a couple weeks now. It is a turtleneck, dress, and top. Basically, it has got 3 different necklines. It's got a mock, a regular turtleneck, and a cowl neck. It has 3 different like body types. So it's got a banded top, which is what I've made here, and it's so good. And then it's got a top that just has a straight hem on it that hits about mid-hip, and then it has a dress version. And then I think there's 5 different sleeves. I surely have already popped the picture of the pattern up here. It's got like a straight sleeve, like a long sleeve, a shorter sleeve, a bishop sleeve, which is what I have made. It's got a puff sleeve. It's just a long sleeve, but it's got a puff at the top. And then it has a short sleeve that's got a puff at the top, and then it's banded. I think that's all of them. I think that's all of them. Anyway, so many options per Love Notions normally. And yes, I've just been really waiting on this one to be released. Now I am a Love Notions ambassador, so I did not test this pattern. I didn't even apply to test for this one, but I have tested some of their recent patterns, and they try and give the ambassadors all turns to test the patterns. But anyway, I did not test this one, but I am, because I'm an ambassador, I am given access to it once it's been tested right before it gets released, so I have a chance to make up one. And oh my gosh, this is not gonna be my last. This is so good. Okay guys, let me show you my version. So I'll pop up pictures of me actually in it here in just a second, video and all that. I made the banded version, which means I wouldn't really call it cropped. It is the shorter length cutting line when you're cutting it out, but it has obviously the band on the bottom, but the band just really, you know, hugs your hips, and then the top can kind of blouse over it. So you'll see where it hits on me. Now on this pattern, I did shorten the bodice by 1 inch right at the waist, which is what I normally do with their patterns. And actually, when I printed out the pattern, I went ahead and printed out the full dress length as well, because I really would like to make both a mid-hip version and also the dress version. And I shortened the dress by an additional 2 inches, like below the hip line, like, you know, around mid-thigh. So I think that that's going to give me the length I want. I debated if I wanted to do 1 or 2 inches down at the bottom, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. I may add 1 inch back in when I do make the dress, and then I could always cut it off. It's a pretty straight hem on the dress. Okay, so yes, so I made the banded hem. I did the regular turtleneck version on this, and I did the bishop sleeve. So it's a really wide, big sleeve, and then it goes into a cuff here, and I just love how blousey it is. I made the size medium, which I normally do for Love Notions patterns, and I use the full bust front. So this pattern comes with a full bust front and a standard bust front, depending on the difference between your upper bust and your full bust. This comes in their full size range. I will put that here, the bust and hip range. It's just so good. I've been waiting for this pattern to be released. Because I'm an ambassador, I get to be on the beginning stages of when she and Tessa and Tammy both start, you know, the planning process and what they're gonna do. Anyway, and I knew that this one was going to be kind of in the works and was so excited for it to come to fruition, and I love all the different variations that they've put in here. Okay, fabric. I have used a wool and acrylic blend sweater knit from Minerva. This was in my plans video a while ago. I bought 4 meters of this for some reason, and I'm not sure why. I bought so much. I know I was planning on trying to get 2 projects out of it and thinking that I would get, because I knew this pattern was coming, and then also I wanted to make a Sinclair pattern Harper cardigan that was red. Anyway, I had plenty to not only get this made up, and I've got the Harper Sinclair cut out. It's not made up yet, but I've got it all cut out. I was also able to get a Love Notion Sybil skirt, like their swing skirt cut out of it as well. So I can't wait to wear this and the skirt together, and it will look like a dress this winter. It's not nearly cold enough to wear that combination yet, but this winter it's gonna be great. And I'll show you obviously the cardigan and the skirt later on, but oh my gosh, guys, love this. I was a little worried that this fabric would be a little too itchy against my skin, but I'm not allergic to wool, but my skin is very sensitive. I mean, you can see like right there, I literally just had like a little itch and I barely scratched it and my skin just goes red all the time. That's just my skin. It's always been that way. But this doesn't seem to bother me. You know, I had it on for pictures and everything seemed to be fine. I was most worried about the turtleneck coming up, you know, and just that sensitive skin there at your neck, but it seems to be fine. It is very warm, so it's probably gonna be a bit before I actually am able to wear this, but oh, it's so good. I just love it so much. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop footage of me actually in it, and then I will pop in some pictures as well. I mean, you guys know how I feel about the red. It's so good, and the fabric is great. I will link the fabric down below. I think the red is all sold out of this, but they did have other colors, so I will link that down below as well. And maybe they'll get red in. I think it says it's non-reorderable, but sometimes they say that and things do come back in, so. But again, I think there was like 3 or 4 other colors of this. And it's very, very reasonably priced and also very comfortable to wear. And when I got it, I actually washed and put it in the dryer. Mostly because if there was any shrinkage or a little bit of felting that was gonna happen with the fabric, I wanted that to happen before I made anything, just in case it were to accidentally get put into the dryer. You know, I won't dry it normally, but you know, accidents happen and I just didn't want it to like shrink up to where I couldn't wear it. So I went ahead and did that, and it washed up great. And going forward, I will just, you know, do it on the hand wash cycle in my washing machine and then just let it air dry like I would with any sweaters. It's just so good, guys. I didn't touch the length of the sleeves at all. I left them as is because I wanted them to be nice and billowy, and this fitted cuff keeps them from like going over my hands. I think other than shortening the body by 1 inch, that's all I did to this. It's just so good. I just can't wait to wear it with my skirts and my pants I have planned. It looks good with my new J. Crew jeans that I'm wearing in the pictures. And yeah, it's just such a great color. And great for the holidays too, actually. But I love red any time of year. So anyway, what else can we say about this? It went together super quickly. I did it all on my serger. Didn't even have to use my cover stitch machine just because it's got the cuffs and the band on the bottom. So yeah, it made it really, really easy. I'm very excited about trying the dress. And I haven't decided if what neckline I'm gonna do on the dress. I might try a cowl. Sometimes cowl necks can get a little too much fabric on my chest, which is already like a focal point. It's just large. But I might try, if I do a drapier knit, I think that if I did the dress in like a viscose rayon or viscose spandex or rayon spandex or even like a bamboo, something that's got a lot of drape, I think the cowl would be fine. And that does open up more of my chest, which is technically more flattering on a larger bust, and I have a shorter neck. Technically, I shouldn't be wearing turtlenecks at all. It's not a neckline that is technically flattering, but I just love them so much, and so I wear them anyway, and I think that they work out fine. So anyway, that is the new Arlington. It is on sale for $3 off for the next week, so definitely today was the first day that it came out, so definitely go have a look and grab that pattern while it's on sale. Yeah, it's gonna be so great for the changing of the seasons, whether that is going into the cooler weather or if you're in the southern hemisphere and going into the warmer weather. It's just a really, really good pattern. The other thing with the dress I noticed, because I printed out all the pieces that went with the dress as well, is that there's options for you to cut the back on the fold, which is what I did for my top, but then there's also a curved back line that is meant to be cut too. So you would have a center back seam for the dress, which gives you a little bit more shaping in the back of your dress. Similar to, I'm wearing my Wanderlust dress, my Pattern Emporium Wanderlust dress, Wanderlust dress that also has a center back seam for some shaping in the back, and I just find it very flattering. So I think I would leave, I mean, you don't have to, you can cut it on the fold, but I think I would leave that center back seam in for the dress version, and just, I think that would be very, very flattering. So I'm very excited about making up a dress. maybe something in a snuggly sweater net for the winter. I've just been very much into knit dresses here recently. And I have some knits that were over here that I showed you guys in my pattern or my plans for the fall. So we may dig into that a little bit for for more Arlingtons. But yeah, it's just as good as I was hoping it to be. So yeah, definitely go have a look. I will link the pattern down below. It is an affiliate link. I have affiliate links with both the pattern and both the fabric on this one, which just means I make a small commission if you buy anything from that link. No cost to you, but I like to be upfront about that. All right. Let's do a little housekeeping. So that's the new pattern today. My daughter had her homecoming over the weekend, this past weekend, and the dress turned out great. She's over the moon about it. I loved how it turned out. So I'll be sharing all of that and kind of the ins and outs on how I kind of did that. I was gonna film more of the process. I was going through that, but honestly, that was, I'll talk more about that on Friday. But yeah. I'll push that all till Friday. So I will have the big reveal of her homecoming dress on Friday. Okay. I just want to apologize. I have been so behind. I have not answered comments on the channel for like a week and a half, and I just want to apologize. I normally stay on top of that, and I honestly try and answer everybody. Sometimes a few slip through the cracks. I don't know what happens because I use a YouTube Studio app in order to track comments on all the videos, so I'm not like having to go into each individual video, especially if people are commenting on old videos. So anyway, I do try and stay on top of that, but I'm just gonna be real honest that I have been in a mental health survival mode really kind of all through the summer, but it's just really come to a head here lately. Anyway, and as an introvert, sometimes even answering comments on social media can be draining. Even though I love doing that and I love that interaction, and I definitely don't want that to stop. But I just wanted to apologize. I am slowly starting to make my way through them, and I will get all of those caught up. So please keep leaving comments, and I just want to apologize if you left one or a question and I've not answered it yet. I've just been a little overwhelmed, and but things are looking better. Actually, sewing this past weekend, I just told my husband, because even working on my daughter's dress, it was kind of more of like a job, and I'm like, you know what, I just want to sit in the basement and just sew something for fun. And so that's what I did. Cut out all of this fabric. So I cut out all the 4 meters that I had of this fabric into 3 different garments, and got 2 of the garments sewn up. The third one is still, my cardigan's still in pieces, but I've got everything cut out and it's all ready to be sewn up. And I just really needed that and didn't realize. We have a lot of family that are visiting. Everyone's birthday's in September. So my parents were here a couple weekends ago now, and my in-laws are coming this weekend to celebrate and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and just getting my house ready because everyone lives super far away from us. So we have to have people that stay here people stay at our house when they're staying. Anyway, all of that to say, I am trying to catch up on those comments. So if you could just bear with me for a few days until I can get caught up. There's a lot of them. They, wrap up, they pile up quickly, and I do try and stay on top of those, but I apologize. Also the same with emails. I do have a few, I don't know, a handful of emails that are still in my inbox that I need to get to. So if you've sent me an email and I haven't responded yet, I'm getting on that this week too. So apologies. Okay, going forward, we've got my daughter's homecoming dress on Friday. I'm not sure what Sunday is going to be yet because we finished a sew-along on this past Sunday, and I typically do a tutorial, so I'm still racking my brain on what that's going to be, but we'll come up with something fun. And I'm not even really sure what I want to do the next sew-along on. So, because I don't think I'm ready to do a jacket yet. I am going to do the Stylark Ziggy jacket, but I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. So I want to push that a little bit further. So anyway, that's everything we've got going up here on the channel. So I just want to thank you guys for being here with me today, and definitely go have a look at the pattern, and I will see you all again on Friday. I hope you have a wonderful week and you can get some sewing in, and I will see you then. Bye!